When you think of Hollywood, what's the first image that flashes in your mind? Maybe it's the glimmer of camera flashes, the flash of diamond necklaces, or the hush of an expectant crowd. But there's always one constant: the red carpet. That long, velvety stretch has practically become a character of its own, showing up at award shows, movie premieres, and even high-end fashion events. But why red? And how did a simple piece of fabric become the symbol of celebrity, prestige, and stardom? Today we're rolling back the timeline to uncover how the red carpet became Hollywood's favorite walk of fame, and why that deep crimson hue stuck. Right here, on History of Simple Things. To understand the red carpet's modern fame, we need to travel far back, way before paparazzi and Oscars, to ancient Greece. The earliest known reference to a red carpet shows up in Aeschylus's play Agamemnon, written in 458 BCE. In the play, the returning king is offered a red path to walk upon, something reserved strictly for the gods. In fact, Agamemnon himself hesitates, knowing that walking on something so regal was almost too bold for a mortal. The idea was simple: a red path wasn't for the everyday person. It was for someone touched by divinity, someone set apart. Centuries later, that same sentiment would quietly carry over into royal traditions. In the Renaissance and early modern Europe, red carpets or rich red tapestries were often used for monarchs and ambassadors as a symbol of grandeur. Red dye was expensive, rare, and hard to produce, often derived from cochineal insects or madder roots. So anything red naturally screamed wealth and power. The red carpet was literally a luxury item underfoot. Fast forward to the 19th century in the United States. By now, red carpets had trickled down from royalty to the upper class. One of the first notable uses of a red carpet in America was in 1902, when the New York Central Railroad used a crimson-colored carpet to lead passengers boarding its 20th century limited train. This wasn't just about fanciness, it was a marketing move. The railroad wanted travelers to feel like they were stepping into something elite, something elevated. And it worked. The red carpet soon became synonymous with first-class treatment, whether you were a king, a tycoon, or just someone lucky enough to be riding the fancy train to Chicago. This moment is important because it subtly bridged the red carpet from monarchy to modern consumer culture. It began shifting from an object of nobility to a tool of branding. And this transition laid the groundwork for what Hollywood would eventually embrace. That rich red strip was no longer just about power. It was about prestige, perception, and presence. So when did Tinseltown decide the red carpet was the ultimate fashion runway? That moment arrived in 1922. Sid Grauman, yes, the guy behind Grauman's Chinese Theater, rolled out a red carpet for the premiere of Robin Hood starring Douglas Fairbanks. The idea was to make the premiere feel like an exclusive event, something lavish and unforgettable, and it worked. The red carpet gave an immediate aura of glamour and exclusivity. Suddenly, fans weren't just excited to see a movie, they were craning their necks to catch a glimpse of who was walking the red path. But the real turning point came with the Academy Awards. The Oscars first introduced the red carpet in 1961, and it wasn't long before the pre-show red carpet walk became as exciting, if not more, than the awards themselves. By the mid-1960s, television coverage began to highlight not just the winners, but the gowns, the tuxes, the glitzy jewelry, and the dramatic entrances. The carpet had become its own performance. From then on, walking the red carpet wasn't just literal, it became metaphorical. It meant arriving, achieving, being celebrated. It was no longer just something you stepped on, it was something you were invited to walk. That phrase alone started to carry weight. Walking the red carpet. It was a signal that you'd made it. Now, here's a question. With all the advancements in design and style, why has the color never really changed? Why didn't it turn gold, or deep blue, or even black for a twist of elegance? Red, for all its associations throughout history, is a power color. It catches the eye instantly. It's bold, intense, regal, and emotionally charged. From a visual standpoint, it stands out brilliantly on camera, especially when paired with the formal wear that celebrities typically don. A soft beige or green just wouldn't have the same impact. Psychologically, red triggers energy, excitement, and attention. And that's exactly what these events aim for. There's also an unspoken tradition at play. Hollywood is a business built on illusion, legacy, and nostalgia. Changing the color would almost feel like messing with the mythology. The red carpet isn't just a rug, it's a ritual, a color-coded symbol of prestige that connects modern fame to ancient reverence. In a way, it's one of the few things in pop culture that has remained untouched by trends. In recent years, there's been some experimentation. Events like the Met Gala have occasionally played with different colored carpets to match their themes: deep blues, pinks, even jungle greens. Other award shows, like the Critics' Choice Awards, have opted for muted grays or white carpets to stand out. But even when the carpet's color changes, the phrase "red carpet" stays the same. It's entered our cultural vocabulary. We no longer even need to see it. We just know what it means. So, the next time you watch an award show or flip through celebrity photos online, remember, the red carpet is more than just decoration. It's a historical echo of gods and kings, of luxury trains and black tie premieres. It's an icon that's walked its way from ancient tragedy to Instagram trends. And through it all, it's remained red. Not because it has to, but because it says something about fame, about arrival, about that moment when the world is watching and you get to take your walk on the most famous rug in history. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.